Let's move on to the next. Oh, now this is more my speed. I mean, I don't really like dyed hair, to be honest. But I guess I can work with this. He does look a bit like Jesus here. Ask if someone's in that chair, then sit with her. Cheeky. Ask her opinion. I mean, she's reading a book, so she probably doesn't want to be disturbed. Ask her opinion of what to get as a present for your feet. Why does it always ask your opinion what to get for a present? Then dies in the end. Stay standing and ask what she is reading. Let's go for that one.
Hi. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good.
Cool. What are you reading there?
Kafka.
Kafka. This philosophy, right?
There is some philosophy in it. Yeah.
Nice. I always hear Kafka-esque.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm not even really sure. I think it has to do with philosophy.
That's cool. Interesting. Anyway, nice choice of book.
Thank you.
My name's Richard, by the way.
Brenna?
Nice to meet you.
Brinner. That's a strange name.
It's not great, not so engaging, and you're kind of looming over her.
Oh, okay.
And what do you do apart from reading?
Oh, I have a job. I work at a university.
Why does everybody work at a university? There's like
Nice.
two
Well-
things in this thing.
It's interesting. It's good to see, girl reading because most people are on phones and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. It's something people do.
Yeah. I'm just here, I thought I'd have a coffee and I saw you reading and so I said hi.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I actually have to finish this for my class today.
Oh,
so
okay, I understand. Oh, don't
yeah.
worry about it. Well, it was very nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too.
Cool.
Was
See
that
you.
it? That was a really short one.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, you blew it, but hopefully you'll get another chance.
Oh. Okay then.
So do you mind if I join you for a few minutes?
Go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah, that doesn't happen either.
So I'm Richard, by the way.
I'm Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's very important to sit down when you're talking to someone that is sitting down. Otherwise, you're just standing there, looming over them, looking weird. So, well done for choosing that. It's the right option.
I mean, it was the only option left. After I've fucked up all my chances, someone has to tell me what the right option is. Uses books as a way to show off. So that her hair is kind of nice. See, I would have gone with that, but then it brings up the transition to inviting her back to your house. So I'm going to go with it just for the sake of it. Just for the reaction, really, I suppose. And then I'll do the use books as a way to show off.
I like your hair. It's nice colour and long.
Thank you.
But just one thing, I think it would look really, really good if maybe you
Oh,
washed it
God,
and
that's-
conditioned it and stuff.
Excuse me.
That's
You know,
so much
like
worse.
some shampoos,
That is so much worse than what I expected.
Nice brand, and just use that in the morning, so it would look lustrous,
Well, that is a helpful tip.
like mine.
I will.
Lustrous.
Yes, I will.
Listen, it just so happens that I live quite nearby, and I've got this. What is it? Aveda, very nice shampoo.
Never heard of it.
You could come
Yeah,
back.
I've never heard of it
and
either,
I'll wash
but-
your hair, like they do when you go for a haircut and you kind of lean back, but actually in the shower, obviously, because I don't have that seat. But I can wash your hair really nice. I've got.
Yeah,
great
this is
Aveda, it's all natural, organic. And
Are you
whatever.
inviting me to your house to wash my hair?
Yeah, it'd be great. I want to see what it looks like. I've got hair dryer.
This is a first.
hairbrush.
A first for me, but
Very close though.
I'm sure it's tempting. But,
Of course.
But no.
No.
I'm going to pass. A hard pass.
Well, I mean, we can do it another day.
No,
So
I think I'm just going to have a hard pass indefinitely.
I don't really understand that hard pass indefinitely, but I guess it means that you want to meet me again soon. So I'm going to take your number because I see you've got a phone. I'll call your phone now and see it ring so that I make sure it's the right
Oh
number.
God, this is
and
just
then we can meet another day.
this is
This is actually my phone that I use in foreign countries, so it's got the wrong SIM in it, the wrong SIM card. I'm sorry. It's really difficult to get in touch with me.
I could give you my SIM.
This
and
has
then call
really
my
gone on
number
a
from
tangent.
Skype, and we meet tomorrow.
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
All right. Well, we'll meet again, right? If it's meant to be,
Maybe.
then we will bump into each
If
other.
it's meant to be.
Who knows where, who knows when. But
Fair
we
enough.
will meet again.
Okay, so that's one of my favorite moments in the game, and it does show a good positive trait, which is persistence. And in reality, maybe she would have broken and started laughing and actually liked you, but there's a point where you need to say, okay, I respect this girl. She said no to me, 22 times. I think that's enough. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to go now, but just wanted to say, you're wonderful, you're lovely, and it was a pleasure to meet you. Bye-bye, have a good day. And you go, and that's it. That way, you're leaving in a nice, gentlemanly way, creating a bit of a better impression. So try and aim for that, although, it's one of my favorite choices, like I said.
Okay, so let's use books. 'Cause I like to read myself.
I like audiobooks as well. Do you like audiobooks?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm in my car, one of my cars. If I'm in like the Lambo, it's cool. I like audiobooks normally, I don't know, like psychology or something like that. If I'm chilling in the Rolls, then I want something more, I don't know, maybe inspirational. I'm kind of leaning back, maybe drinking some champagne or something because it's got a little fridge. And maybe I want something more, like inspirational, like a biography of some legendary person or something like that. And I guess, when I'm at home, I've got like the surround system in every room. How many rooms? I don't know, 16 rooms or something like that. So I can have the audiobook like tracking to every room that I'm in. And when I'm home, I don't know, maybe a novel or something in one of the jacuzzis, or underwater speakers in the swimming pool. Listen to audiobooks there as well. So yeah, I really love audiobooks. They're great.
I see that. That's a lot of information. Very interesting.
Of course.
This is great. Actually, it's quite funny, so it's just so dumb it might work if you didn't actually mean it. So much better to keep the attention.
Thanks for making me feel good about myself.
Not be going
It's
off on
actually
any kind of
really
monologue,
dumb.
especially one that is showing off.
So how are you able to be free in the middle of the morning on a Thursday?
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or from anywhere. But it's like internet stuff, and with America, so in Europe, I need to wait until they wake up and whatever. So
Right.
I'm kind of free, and
Yeah.
then can be working at home, lying in bed, lying on the balcony, generally lying down, working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work now?
Well, I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day, and I work in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there's only really one option to go for.
So you teach at the university. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do, or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important, and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true, because I still remember my teachers from
This is
primary
another
school.
university one, isn't it?
In secondary school, I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later, maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just change the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher? They like you?
I think so. I hope so.
That's cool.
Try.
No, I like it, to be honest, because it's very rare. Most people just do their job for money, and then they come and moan about it and they hate it. So it's good to meet someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is making a difference.
Thanks.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone.
How
So
much do you
well done
reckon
for
they got
picking
paid
this.
just
It's
to
the
sit
right
there?
option, and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into her job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about.
And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
Huh, what does that entail?
So kind of quite a few different themes. For example,
Killing people,
we kind of
stealing their
started
land.
with an overview of American values, which was really interesting.
Like freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense. And
Like Back to the Future, the movie.
I don't see how. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans think that they control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Ask what exactly that is. Suggests it's about inventing donuts and burgers. Yeah, I don't really get it myself, but there you
Wait,
go.
American culture, isn't that kind of a contradiction in terms? Like, what are you teaching? Like, here we invented the hamburger in 1940 or something like that.
Well, there really isn't a question of whether or not we have culture. We certainly do. You can look back through history, and yes, maybe ours isn't as long, but
Yeah,
to
not
say
very
that
long.
but to say that American culture doesn't exist is to argue that Western culture has really had no influence, even in Eastern Europe, let's say.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff, but wouldn't it be better that they learn something else? Because, like, if you're going to teach about America, teach business or technology. Because what's culture? Like, what? Tell me. Like, what
Well,
is
for
the
example,
artists, the authors? Like,
It doesn't even matter who the artists and authors are. What's important is that we have our own perspective on the world, and that in order to interact successfully with us, so if you're a business person, if you want to interact successfully with an American business person, you need to understand what their daily life looks
Okay,
like
so
and
that's-
kind of how they perceive the environment.
okay, cool. So it's like when you're learning about business in China and you have to, you know, give your business card with two hands.
Quite
and
literally, yes.
All of that
This
stuff.
is the same thing.
Got it. Okay, so it's not really teaching about history and art and
No.
whatever else. Okay, nice one. Well, that's very useful because actually American culture, like modern culture, is what leads the world, right? We
Yeah.
all kind of follow.
If you can challenge someone, get them to prove themselves to you, and
That-
then
that seems a bit
approve
harsh.
of them, validate them, it has a powerful psychological effect. So it's the right option. Well done.
I really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing
Blimey,
that's very
there's just-
frustrating for me. I've got this problem where I can't
That
print
is- that is
all the
exa-
copies that I need, but I want my students to all have their own copy to take home. But then I have to go to the printer like every day, and it gets kind of expensive.
That is exactly like
That's what
me.
I
That
think
is
I should do.
unbelievably like me. I know she was talking about printing. I can't believe I zoned out as well. That's amazing. I generally zoned out. She was talking about printing.
Ah, well, that's bad. So I guess you don't have enough like papers for the students and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I guess you can ask for more allowance or get them to share, but yeah, it's annoying.
Well done. You weren't distracted
I was
by
actually.
the sexy chick that walked by, and that's something that you can use out there. Well done for paying attention and getting the right response.
So you got your teaching thing, and what else is important in your life? What else do you love to do?
I really love
Oh,
dogs,
nice.
and I love to travel.
Travel.
Yeah,
That's cool. Do you travel a lot?
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple of years, especially.
Nice. And where some places you've been?
In Europe, I've been in Prague, Russia, Ukraine,
Jesus.
Poland, Lithuania, Latvia.
Nice. All of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
former USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never travelled anywhere say, where's the best place that I should see? Where is it?
I mean, it
I would
depends,
actually
doesn't it?
say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
Isn't it just like a hole in the ground though? It's like a giant, well, it's a canyon. I mean, that's it. So it's born there and they don't even have Wi-Fi. Tell her your favourite trip was to Thailand. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Say you've never been.
So, do you travel?
Yeah, I do. I travel. I used to travel a lot more than I do now. When I was younger, and been to a lot of countries, Europe, Asia,
Oh yeah,
the
Asia.
Americas. Yeah.
Where
pretty
were you
much.
in Asia?
Asia, I was in Japan, China, Hong Kong, like most of Asia, and I like Singapore. But probably my favorite place was Thailand.
For the lady
So,
boys.
Tell me what you liked about Thailand.
Well, let's just say for a single guy who likes women, sometimes 2, 3 women at the time, it's just like heaven. God, the things I got up to in that week, just
What do you mean?
well, all your fantasies can come true. You go to the place, there's all these chicks.
Not to mince
You,
words.
you,
Are you-
$50.
You're describing prostitution.
Yeah, but it's legal there, so it's okay.
Oh. Wow, that's a very
Yeah,
shocking
and it's
admission.
cheap. The best thing is cheap, and they're pretty, very pretty,
Uh-huh.
and happy. Happy prostitutes.
Happy prostitutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really
Yeah, the US has this weird
seems.
thing
wrong.
And I
against
made them
prostitution.
happier, I think.
I doubt that.
Because
Okay.
the other guys there, there are loads of these horrible, fat,
This is really-
sleazy guys, and I'm, very polite and friendly.
This is. I'm not sure this is a. We should talk about this.
No, of course. I mean, you asked what I liked about Thailand, and I'm just
Yeah.
an honest guy.
I just-
That's how
I
it is.
understand
So
honesty, but
yeah. I mean, if
that's-
you ask me anything, you can, but you got to be ready for the response. So if you ask me what I like
suppose.
doing in Thailand, what I like doing in bed, what I like doing in, other places, a lot of places, I'll be honest. But that's cool. Don't need to talk about it. But it was all legal, and they were very happy.
I guess I
so-
just don't see how it being legal makes it any less disgusting.
I don't understand what is it exactly is
It
disgusting
was
about
quite
it though.
dirty, but I wouldn't say disgusting. But anyway, we don't need to talk about it anymore. That's cool.
Okay, so there you have it. Don't go to Thailand. Don't sleep with prostitutes. Don't tell people about the prostitutes that you didn't sleep with when you didn't go to Thailand, and you'll be okay.
Actually, I went there as well, and it was very beautiful. But tell me, what did you really like about it?
Well, I suppose the fact that it is beautiful, and I think I was there at a time in my life when it was really impactful. So I was the right age, and it was the right time, and so it was meaningful to me. But I'm excited to return. I think next summer I'll go back.
Oh yeah, very cool. I'd like to go back as well. So if I'm in America and I'm nearby the Grand Canyon, which I guess nothing's nearby, but if I also want to go,
You're in Phoenix.
yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, then we could go. It'd be
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Good one, that's exactly right. When someone can talk about something passionately, you want to give them a chance to do that, not cut them off, talk about yourself, ask boring questions. Just give them a chance to open up. This is the perfect subject to connect on. Oh, should I say that? No. Oh. I've run out of things to say.
Let's see. Hold eye contact. Wait for her to speak. Break eye contact. Break eye contact.
You've got a necklace on. Was it a present or
Yeah.
you bought it?
It was a gift.
Does it have a special memory?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
Wrong choice. Now, this is actually what 95% of guys do, but in this case, it shows weakness and just not good.
Oh, thanks.
Tell me some things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball, so that's something
okay.
I try to do whenever I can.
Nice. I played it at school. They had
Yeah.
it in my school, but since then I didn't. But I go to Barcelona a lot, and they play on the beach. Do you play beach volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
In a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
You can do that where you jump and smash
sure.
it down. Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's harder on the beach because the nets are higher, but yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
Yeah, probably the thing I do the most is study Russian.
Study
hobby.
Russian. Blimey. Jesus. What a lovely bit of racism there. Tell if it's stupid and that Putin is evil. Putin. Vladimir Putin. Putin is evil and Russians are just vodka drinking idiots. That's amazing. I was not expecting such obvious racism, but compliment her on choosing a tough language to learn.
Russian?
Yeah.
I meet loads of people that speak what, French, English, obviously Spanish, German, but Russian. It's really rare to meet someone who speaks Russian. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. How come you chose that?
I don't really have a good reason. When I was in high school, I had the opportunity to do a study abroad, and my choices were France and Russia, and I didn't want to go to France. So
I don't blame you.
I went to Russia, and then I just never quit.
I actually like that you chose something tough and that you stuck with it. And, you know, like I said, most people take the easy options all the time. So it's interesting and cool that you did that.
Thank you.
Nice one. You know, when a girl has something that is a real talent, something that she should be proud of, something she's worked hard on, that's the kind of thing you don't want to tease her too much on. So, you know, say well done, say you respect that, and say why, and then go deeper into it, because, you know, you need to find out why she would do that, why she was interested, what would make her spend the time on it, and it's going to lead to interesting conversation, make her feel good as well.
I noticed you have an accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London, but actually, you know what? When I was young, I lived in South London, and they have a strong accent there. It's
Yeah,
like
he doesn't sound like he's from South London
and
at
things
all.
like this, but because I travelled a lot and I moved, I've lost most of my accent. But do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
Oh, that's good.
Tell her how good about your British accent, and you get laid everywhere. You talk about how foreigners perceive English people, and ask about how people react to her as an American. That's a good one.
So you like the English accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people like it. They say it's
Pleasant.
kind of sexy, but maybe that's just when I speak it. But it's quite interesting actually being English, because in some places like America, we have a very good reputation, and then some places like Spain, where all the English people go and kind of party, and like the hooligans go drinking and stuff. So their reputation's quite bad. But
Oh,
how
I
do you
didn't know
find
that.
it being an American and traveling?
It depends on where you're at, but I guess generally people have kind of negative stereotypes about the United States and Americans, but I don't know. It seems that a lot of people are willing to take you and judge you individually and not.
That's good, right?
on a bunch of-
There's
oh, yeah.
but we're lucky. Yeah? We don't have any real racism or anything really bad against us almost anywhere we go, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
This
we're
is the
both
right
white.
choice, and it's always interesting to talk about cultural differences, so it can lead to some nice conversation.
So you like her. Let's just not be. I don't know. Sometimes it says don't go forward, don't be forward, and other times it says you do. I mean, she has kind of already said she likes reading and books and Russian and.
Well, listen, it's been wonderful speaking with you. So maybe I could get your number and we hang out sometime.
I'm sorry, it really was nice talking to you, but I just, I don't think so.
Ah, okay.
Why, you don't like men, or you have a boyfriend?
I just don't want to see you again.
Okay, but it was nice, right? Nice
Yeah, it was all right.
conversation. Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to see you again as well. I just said it to be polite.
That's
Okay.
that's the worst thing.
Don't worry about that.
That's the worst thing.
See you
is-
then, enjoy your
Yeah,
walk.
I
you.
was actually just trying to make you feel good.
This is a case of going for the number when you're not sure that she likes you. If you are having an open conversation, if you find things that you could do together, if she's smiling, then you can ask for the number. If you ask for it otherwise, you know, even if you're persistent, it's likely to fail.
I mean, she was smiling like the entire time through all of these scenes.
What do you like to do in, I don't know, for fun, like in the evening? Because you study Russian and whatever, but do you drink, dance, anything else?
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah? At the same time?
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes, cocktail bars, different bars. Do you smoke shisha?
Hookah.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
I quite like it. They say it's
Yeah.
really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore, I don't
It's
know.
healthy?
Yeah. So we need to do it sometime, like shisha, hookah, cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
Hooker
when you
is
want
a
to
really
transition
bad
to
name.
seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things that they do, the way they spend their time, because you might find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities, or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest the date from there and take the number.
And do you have any other outdoor, like, active stuff you like to do? You
Yeah.
said volleyball, but anything else?
Yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really enjoy a lot of nature activities. I like hiking and I love fishing.
Fishing?
Fishing, yeah.
A girl who likes fishing?
Yeah, I know.
It
how to-
happens. Yeah,
Wow.
we exist.
That's interesting. I've never done fishing.
I've done
I love
fishing
the
a couple of
outside as
times.
well, you know, walking in parks or hiking if you've got somewhere like that. How about bicycle?
I like that too.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we could do one day. Like take some
No,
bicycles.
out of all of the
ride
people
out
thus
somewhere.
far, she's definitely
Yeah.
the most attractive one,
That would be nice.
Cool.
even if it is just a fake persona for this game. She's actually ask her plans for the current week, ask what kind of men she likes, touch her face. Yeah, I'm blind, I need to touch you to see. Run the cube routine. It's like, I don't know what that is, so let's go for it.
Are you interested in psychology?
Yeah.
Have you ever done this psychology test called the Cube? Alright, it's really interesting. Do you want to do it just right now? It takes like 1 minute and it will tell you all about your personality.
Sure.
Okay, so close your eyes and I want you to imagine that you're in some place, there's like a landscape, anything you like, and in that landscape there's a cube somewhere. And describe to me what the cube looks like.
This isn't going to be the same
Okay,
thing with the
silver.
strawberries, is it?
Yeah.
Floating.
Okay,
It's small, like the size of a die.
okay, cool. And then somewhere in relation to the cube is the ladder. Can you describe the ladder?
Okay, it's green.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's one of these ladders, not one of these ladders.
Mm-hmm. How big is it?
Like 3 times the size of a person.
This is just going to be
Okay,
another penis
pretty
thing,
big.
isn't it? It's
And
going to be
then
another
somewhere in
penis
this
thing.
scene there's a horse.
Blimey.
Okay.
And can you tell me like what it's doing and what it looks like and stuff?
It's grazing. It's a paint,
Okay.
and it looks very healthy.
Is it close to the cube or not?
It's probably 30 feet from the cube.
This is going to
Okay. And somewhere
Jesus,
there
this
are
is getting
some flowers. Tell me about the flowers.
The flowers are by the horse. The horse is eating the flowers.
Ah, that's interesting. And the final thing, somewhere there's a storm. Where is it?
In the distance, near the mountains.
Very good. All right, open your eyes. So this tells you, this tells me about your character. So the cube represents your view of yourself, and if it's very big, it means you've got a huge ego. But it's quite small, so it means you're quite humble. But then it's silver, so you think, you know, you have that self-confidence that you've got something, you know, special and a little bit shiny, and that's good. And then the ladder represents your ambitions. So the fact that it's quite big and bigger than the cube and not like under it or whatever else means that you have quite big ambitions. So the horse represents your man. So it was quite good that he's healthy and, you know, looks good, and that he's nearby, right? He's not far away, which would mean he's not on the horizon or anything. And then the flowers represent your children that you're going to have in the future. So it's good that the man is near them, that he's not like an absentee dad or something.
But
Right?
it's,
But a bit strange that he's eating them. So I don't know what to think about that. The final point is positive as well. It means that you have a sunny disposition because your problems are represented by the storm, and it's in the distance. You know, some people have the storm overhead, and it just means that they've always got problems, or that at that moment they're in a dark period in their life. So does it sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's very cool.
This is quite interesting. It's a psychological game. There's a book on it, and a lot of pickup artists have used it. It's quite an interesting psychological test. Again, like, the reason it's not the best choice is it's better if you can do without it. But if you'd like some, you know, little tricks and tools that you can carry around with you and use when necessary, this is okay and you can use it. So it doesn't destroy anything, but I'd say it's not the best option.
Oh, blimey, that is a bit much.
So listen, we should meet one day, go for drinks. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's my phone.
He's
Your
just
number.
given his phone to
Be in
everybody.
touch.
I think Apple must have paid him to use it because he just hands it and the camera's always facing the logo on the back.
Not
So
the
he must
best
have
way
had
to
some
go for
sort
a date
of
because it's very general and you've had a lot of
deal with
conversation, a lot of opportunity to find out things that you could do together that would be more interesting. So to go to the old traditional date is not the best option, but not that bad, so it's still okay.
or maybe he just really likes Apple products, which, I mean, they're more aesthetics over, it's more form over function. Say goodbye, be warm, and say how nice it was to meet her. Look, a handshake. That one actually makes me laugh. Quite coldly say goodbye, and do you know, C and B are both good. I'm going to go for C first because I read it first,
Okay, so I'm going to get going, but it was wonderful to meet you.
and then I'll go for B.
And,
Unless, of course,
you know, I guess we'll meet again soon.
Yeah.
Do some stuff. I'll message you, and yeah, it was lovely to see you. So
You too. I'll
Okay,
take
bye.
your hand. Bye.
Just because a girl allows you to touch her doesn't mean you should touch her as much as possible. We need to, keep that respect and not overstep the boundary. So the minimum is good. Fast touches, soft, and not like that.
Okay, let's go for the serial
Okay, so
killer.
I better be going. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Oh, was that it?
This one is counterintuitive, but it's exactly the right answer.
Wow,
The
okay.
reason is that if you're too friendly at the leave and like, okay, see you again soon, it's lovely to meet you, really enjoyed it, see you, bye bye, like that, then it just means that she knows that you like her, she knows you're going to message her, and she's not really thinking about it. If you do the opposite and you're kind of cold, she might think, hang on, did I do something wrong there at the end? Does he really like me? Will he message me? Does he want to see me again? It just makes you look very cool and keeps her thinking about you in the interim between the time where you say bye-bye and the time when you message her and get in touch again.
That's amazing. Wow.